Good morning to all the spectators and to my teacher who unfortunately I don't know since I don't put his name on the university page. My name is Brian DeFreitas and today I'm here to talk about the use of conditionals and clauses. Conditionals. I want to clarify how the conditional works in English. Conditional structures, or if clauses, are much more used than it seems on a day-to-day basis. They are used to express something that could happen in the present and future or that could have happened in the past. In addition to an explanation of the grammar, we also want to propose some examples and exercises to practice the conditional in English. There are 4 types of conditionals. Let's see how they work. Conditionals in English. Type 0. The zero conditional. It is formed with 2 verbs in the present tense, one in the main clause and the other in the subordinate clause, if clause. If plus simple present. Simple present. This conditional is used for universal truths, for example, if water boils, it evaporates. If water boils, it evaporates. As you can see, the consequences of the condition are known. It is a true situation in all cases. More examples. If you eat too much, you get fat. If you scare a snake, it bites you. Find out more about what's up. From Spain. Conditionals in English. Type 1. First conditional. It is formed with a verb in the future in the main clause and with another in the present in the subordinate clause. If plus present simple, will plus infinitive. This type is used to talk about real or possible situations. For example, if you come for the weekend, we will go to the cinema. These are probable or very feasible situations, but we cannot be 100% sure that they will occur. Contrary to type 0, this is not a universal truth but a particular situation. Here are some more examples. If you park here, you will get a fine. If I save enough money this month, I will buy a new laptop. Download the printable. Conditionals in English. Type 2. Second conditional. This conditional is formed with would followed by an infinitive in the main clause and another in the past tense in the subordinate clause. If plus past simple, would plus infinitive. This structure has 2 uses. The first is to talk about situations in the future that are not likely to happen. For example, if I won the lottery, I would spend my life traveling. In this sense, the conditionals are used to talk about our dreams, our desires, etc. If you didn't live so far away, I would visit you more often. If I had a bigger salary, I would buy a house. The second use is to talk about situations in the present that cannot occur, because they are impossible. It will be better seen with an example. If I were younger, I would travel more. Do you see what we mean? These are situations that cannot happen. With them, we try to express our point of view about something that has happened or not, regrets, wishes, and to give advice. Some more examples. If I were you, I would quit my job. If I had her number, I would phone her right now. Conditionals in English. Type 3. Third conditional. This conditional is formed with a verb in the past participle and preceded by would plus have in the main clause and another in the past perfect in the subordinate clause. If plus past perfect, would plus have plus past participle. It is used to talk about the past, describing a situation that did not happen and its possible consequences. For example, if I had woken up earlier, I would have arrived on time. These are hypothetical situations and there is no way to change them. They are often used to talk about our regrets, but not only that. Also of situations in which the result was positive. If I had stayed in my hometown, I would have never found my job. If I hadn't taken the risk, I would have lost a great opportunity. Combining types 2 and 3, mixed conditional. When instead of talking about something that did not happen in the past and the consequences that it could have caused, what we want is to evaluate the possible future consequences, we can mix the second conditional with the third. If plus past perfect plus with plus infinitive. Look at the following example, in which the condition is in the third conditional and the consequence. Colon. If I hadn't spent all my money, I would be able to help you. As you can see, the action of spending the money has already happened, it cannot be changed, but its consequence, not being able to help, has not yet happened, although the phrase makes us understand that it is inevitable because the previous cause has already occurred. They can also be formed like this. If plus past simple plus would have plus past participle. In this case, the condition is in the second conditional and the consequence is in the third conditional, which means that the condition is a hypothetical situation and the consequence is something that has already happened. If you really wanted to come, you would have found the way. If you weren't so scared of everything, you would have enjoyed the film. In the first example, the condition is to want to come. The person who speaks does not believe that it is true that the person wants to come, and offers as proof of this the second part of the sentence, that his interlocutor did not find a way to come, action already past. In the second example, the person regrets that his interlocutor is afraid of everything, because the possible consequence if this were not true is that he would have enjoyed the movie, which he has not seen, because the action has already happened. Clauses. Conditional clauses are used to express possible outcomes in the future when one event depends on another. It is, in essence, a condition that, when fulfilled or not, causes another event to be triggered. Example. If I get a raise at my work, I will buy a new TV. Conditional clause, main clause. If plus simple present, modal plus base form of the verb. In the same way, the conditional clause can be placed after the main clause. In this case, the comma is not placed in the middle to separate the sentences. I will buy a new TV if I get a raise at my work. In this type of conditionals, the present simple is used in the conditional clause, and for the main clause, will, may, or might plus the base form of the verb can be used. This conditional is also called type 1 or first conditional. Examples. If I don't study for this test, I might not pass the course. If she doesn't cook dinner, we will buy something to eat. The implicit rules for when speaking of a third person, he, she, it must be followed in the conditional clause since it is a present simple sentence. Here are some examples that provide more clarity on the uses of conditional clauses combined with modal verbs of possibility. Examples. 1. If I don't go to work today, I will lose the punctuality bonus. 2. She will go on vacation next year if she saves enough money this month. 3. If you start eating junk food again, you might gain some weight. 4. Students might not pay attention if you present boring classes. 5. If Debbie goes to the party, she may have a good time. 6. Mr. Wilson may not buy the house if he does not receive his loan. 7. If the pizza doesn't arrive on time, we will get it free. 8. The computer might not work well if it has a virus. 9. If Vanessa rents an apartment, she might throw parties more often. 10. Diana and I will not travel soon if we don't have free time.